Welcome to channel Databots. Today we're going to learn about building intelligent agents with Google Agent Development Kit. As you know, Google just released an agent development kit where you can use this to create innovative applications. And I'm going to share this doc in the captions. You can see and go through it. It explains a progressive weather bot with agent development kit. So for the record and an example, I'm going to go with my own implementation. So to get started, we're going to install Google ADK and Light LLM to run multiple models like Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT. And after that, we're going to import some libraries that are needed to test it out. Import OS for checking out environment variables like API keys and async IO to run commands asynchronously to pass them to the agent. And Google ADK agent. This is the one we're going to tinker with. And to run this in Colab, we have in memory session and a runner. In memory session holds out for us whenever we try to run something in a runner or a service. We need a session and Gemini types for creating content and parts that are required. This is basic logging. And after that, we need to import an API key that we require for the project. So I suggest adding it to Collab secrets whenever you do something. And after that, we're going to import the model. Here I imported Gemini 2.0 Flash and I called it model Gemma. You can ignore the naming. I'm bad at it. And after that, we're going to make a mocked function that can be used as a tool for our agent. In that, we're going to do basic check for the phrases if they are empty or any messages that you need. And after that, we're going to have two maps. One is mood map and intention map. Mood map includes different moods, happy, and the sub moods related to it. And intent is the domain and the things that are related to it, like tokens. And after that, we're going to go through each of them iteratively. If nothing's found, we're going to depend on default values. We're going to use next to iteratively go through each and every word and the phrases that are matching. After that, we're going to make a mock database where we have each intent and mood stored together. And this is what it's going to return: status, mood, intent, and hashtags. You can test it out by calling them with your phrases. You'll get different intents related to it. After that, we're going to configure our hashtag generation agent. So let's call the agent with the name and the model that we are importing. Here in my case, I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash and give it a mock description. Here I asked it to generate relevant hashtags based on given phrase. That's what it does. And the instructions that are needed to be given to it as pre-context and the tools that it needs to use. Here in my case, I'm using the function that I have written, a mockup function, and you can see that the hashtag v1 agent model is created. And after that, to check out if our model is truly working, we're going to add an in-memory session service where It accepts app name, user ID, and session ID. You can keep it whatever you want for simplicity. And after that, using create session function, we're going to create the session. From here on, we're going to use this session variable to run them in the runner. So after that, we're going to add a runner for us, and it accepts the agent name, app name, and the session. We need a active session to get it run. After initialization, we're going to check the name here. So to do some interaction with our agent we have defined, we're going to write an asynchronous function that does asynchronous events in a loop. It will be easy if you see what's happening here. It takes the query that we have, initializes runner, and the users and ID and session ID. After that, we have some backup text. If something fails, agent did not produce a final response. And we're going to asynchronously go through each and every thing we got in the event. And if we got response from our model in the runner, we're going to add it to the event. We're going to take it out of the event in the final response text and return it. And after that, we're going to configure our agent and run a conversation on it. For that, we're going to define another asynchronous function, and we have a series of awaits to call them asynchronously. And we're going to give the query we got, the runner that we wanted to run on, user ID and the session ID. And using this, we can run the conversation. Let's try to run the conversation. Here we got the hashtags that are needed for our queries. This is a hashtag only generator. We need to ask the hashtags that are needed. If there is no need for hashtags in the queries, it's going to return. Okay, it got rain. Now let's see. We have got the resources exhausted. I think I can try this again after some time. Yeah, we have exceeded our current quota. Let's try with another key. Let's go through everything again from our secret. Yeah, now it's called key 1. Let us check it again. Hope Google doesn't go wrong on this video. Yeah, you can see it is generating responses. And if it is not related to the query and the instructions we have, it's going to definitely it doesn't going to work. You can go through the doc, and there are also tons of interesting stuff like adding guardrails, tool argument guardrail, and other things. And there is also other things called MCPs, streaming servers, callbacks, artifacts, running agents. You can go through it, and I personally like the agent to agent protocol. Hope you got some knowledge from our side. We're going to be an active channel in the coming days. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you got a good experience. Thank you.